Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up?
Hey, what up, nuts?
You're terrible.
Hey, guys, welcome back. It's Monday. I hope that you all know that.
You're terrible. You're terrible.
Well, guys, very exciting.
Past couple days, because if you don't know this already, I live in a place called Texas. I live in Texas, and in Dallas, they had a thing called CPAC, which stands for Conservative Papillomavirus. I honestly don't remember what the PAC stands for. I'm not gonna look it up because
That's on YouTube.
even though I could find it, because
That's on YouTube. That's.
just a quick side note about Dallas. It's a great place to visit. Most of its tourism is based around, hey, here's where JFK got his head blown off, bro. You can go, you take your kids to Dallas, okay? And what you do is you ride around in a convertible limousine, and your kids can pretend to be JFK, and hey, they wave, and you're up in the book depository, and you pretend.
What freedom sounds like, CPAC! It is so good to be in a room full of patriots who love freedom, who love this country, and who love the greatest president in my lifetime, Donald J. Trump.
Mama told me not to, I did it anyway, misbehaving.
In fact, who out there like myself loved him and supported him as president before anyone else? Back in 2016, when he came down that escalator and won our hearts. And I got another thing.
Uh-oh.
I'm just going to go ahead and take care of number 4 right here on the stage.
What?
At Twitter, at Facebook, you will pay the price
Ooh.
for silencing Americans. Post.
Oh, shit. Post.
So, y'all, if you didn't have time to watch this, what were you doing? What else were you doing? She was sort of the breakout performance. What is her name again? Lauren Bourbois. You know, conservatives, they want the no bull crap. You know, tell me like it is, man. I just want to hear like it is. And she has the energy of like a theme park performer.
The law-breaking, crack-smoking, gun-ditching, hooker-loving son of a resident Hunter Biden.
Who is the mayor of Star Wars Weekends? You are!
She's got the little headset mic. She's like, can you guys clap loud enough to encourage Spider-Man to stop Dr. Octopus?
A man who's really courageous and a really great guy, and he loves Florida and he loves the country. Bye-bye, Matt Gaetz. Where's Matt?
All right, so then you got your Trump speech, and I've watched a few of these Trump speeches, and one thing, he does the same crap every time, but one thing that I love that he does is like the entire first 20 minutes of these speeches is just him naming people.
Matt DePerno. Matt.
Literally 20 minutes of this. Matt DePerno. They call him Matt DePervert sometimes. Throw that in. Make fun of these people, you know? Roast their asses a little bit, you know?
Congressional candidates. Now, look at this guy. He looks like better than Cary Grant. Do you remember Cary Grant? Today we don't have Cary Grant. So today we have Rosie O'Donnell. And we have... What happened to Cary Grant and Clark Gable and Errol Flynn?
Right.
But we have a guy that looks just as good as them. And he's running and he's going to win. Bo Hines.
Actors, they're not cute anymore. The actors, they're not cute enough. Robert Pattinson, they say he's cute. No, I don't think so. I like a good cutie. Look at him in the eyes and I do this.
Like it. And then we did it again. We did it twice. The stock market was actually higher. It was actually higher than it was pre-COVID, as they say. COVID, such a nice name. I wonder where they got it.
It's a good improv right there.
Mitch McConnell got taken for a ride by Joe Manchin and the group. What happened to Manchin and Sinema? What happened? We're trying to figure out what the hell happened. Where did this new philosophy come from all of a sudden?
Okay. All right. Well, for this part, there's a thing that happens in a lot of these speeches where it's so removed from reality that you have to kind of try to figure out, okay, what pretend thing are they pretending to be mad about? And this one, I guess, because he doesn't go into too much detail. I guess he's mad about this climate bill that just happened.
Now, a closer look at the historic legislation that the Senate just passed. The Democrats' reform bill is the largest investment in climate policy in U.S. history.
And I guess he's saying he's mad about it because it's for climate change, which is fake. This climate change bill is all over the news, and it's probably one of the weirdest things I've read about in a while, because this is it. This is the idea that these guys came up with in Washington, D.C. They're like, hey, we need to save the environment. So let's put a bunch of money into things that'll save the environment. Also, the only way we can pass this is if we give barrels and barrels of resources and money to the fossil fuel industry.
Hey everyone, it's Candace Owens, and
Hell yeah.
so wish that I was with you all at CPAC Dallas.
These people
I never
are
wanted to miss it, but
perverts.
as many of you know, I just welcomed my second child and my first daughter,
Oh.
Louise Marie Farmer. That aside, if I was there, I would be preaching to you all about the need for us to stop giving our money to companies that hate us.
Yes.
Which is why I am so proud to co-found and to launch Glorify.
There we
Guys,
go.
Glorify is going to be big.
I just wanted to say, hey, dude, go come into this thing that you paid to get into to peddle more crap. Remember the Freedom Phone that I was peddling? Remember the Freedom Phone? Which turned out to be, like a drop shipping Alibaba phone just with a bunch of apps on it?
Finally, we got a phone, and I cannot be more excited about it. And I'm telling you today, you need to get this phone. I'm taking every single one of my chances with the Freedom Phone. I hope that people at home will too.
Hey, just wanted to phone in, just wanted to zoom in to peddle crap to you idiots. Hey, you barking seals, I know you guys will believe anything, so some peddling some more crap, okay?
Pendejo.
There is nothing more dangerous to a bunch of power-hungry, abusive, totalitarian nimwits
Whoa, Jesus, Ted.
than a free and empowered and energized American people taking our country back. You can French kiss the guy next to you,
Oh.
yelling abolish the police.
Whoa.
The cost of food through the roof, the cost of electricity through the roof, the cost of health care through the roof, the cost of gasoline through the roof.
Pablo.
It's so bad, Antifa can't afford bricks.
Oh,
It is so bad
how bad is it?
that AOC can't afford fake handcuffs. You can French kiss the guy next to you, yelling abolish the police.
He's doing a call out here, and he's like, this shit's fake, bro. This lady's doing something fake. They do this a lot where they're like, oh, this is just a performance. And, fair enough on that. But then, so they're doing these call outs. Okay. But then you see this going on.
I want to go in here and sit with. I want to go and sit with. God bless you, Marjorie.
God bless you, Marjorie.
So we got a guy doing a little performance piece in a fake prison cell in a convention center, and people were praying over him. A guy who had never been to jail, who was doing some acting, and they were praying over him.
Look, politics in America's fake. So why aren't you guys making it really fake and much stupider in a funny way?
This guy's quite the character. I like this guy. What's his name? Brandon Straka. That name sounds familiar. He's like one of these conservative, like, I'm gonna see if I could do this. A lot of people seem to like this. I'm gonna see if I could do this from some of those people. He spent the day in a convention center in a fake jail cell crying. I dug up like the raw video of this thing. And if you keep watching, it's about like 12 minutes long. If you keep watching, some young dude in his 20s comes up and starts asking him questions. And this dude just totally has a little bit of a meltdown.
Okay. So what I have said repeatedly, I don't know, did you research this at all before you asked me?
I knew about it, so
Does it mean a lot to you?
If you want to talk about it, you can talk about it.
Does it mean a lot to you, though?
Does what mean a lot to you?
I mean, is it something you're concerned about?
Is what something? I'm just asking you the question.
Okay, I just was curious because I've answered this many times. I see your hand shaking. I see you feel like you're going to have your gotcha moment with me, obviously.
So this guy's basically asking, so the kid is basically asking him, did you cooperate with the police when they arrested you to like basically rat on the other people who went into the Capitol?
You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of seems like you're just trying to have this moment with me.
Are you going to answer the question, or are you just going to
I'm happy to answer the question. I'm just saying that your motivation is it's a little weak,
Okay.
you know, and your approach is a little weak.
Point taken.
And I think that if this actually means something to you, you would have actually researched it.
So you can answer the question.
Absolutely.
If you're talking about that.
I know, but I see the way you're coming over here, and you're going to have your moment. You're going to really let you know. And I'm just like, come on, we need to think a little bit.
So do you want to tell people what you told the DOJ then?
Do I want to share the information that I shared with the DOJ? No.
No.
But I feel like I just answered your question.
So, you know,
I mean, this is the thing. You're clearly coming to me with the assumption that I did something and that I did something wrong.
I'm not coming to you with no assumptions.
You did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Calm down. Okay, back to my senator. He represents me in Texas, okay?
You can French kiss the guy next to you.
I can?
Yelling, abolish the police.
All right, I'll do it. Ted Cruz, and here. This is pretty good. Here we go. Let's get back to Ted.
I talked recently with a college kid at one of these schools.
No way.
Who said at each class, before any student speaks, they're required to introduce themselves.
Hell yeah.
Say their name and say, my pronouns are.
Oh.
Sniffing.
Well, my name is Ted Cruz, and my pronouns are kiss my ass.
Yeah. That's a standing O right there. You gotta love that punchline, man. You gotta love that punchline, bro. Because that really has the feel of something that was rehearsed just a little too much. He rehearsed that one just a little too much in the mirror. My name's Ted Cruz, and my pronouns are kiss my ass.
And my pronouns are kiss my ass.
My name's Ted Cruz, and my pronouns are kiss my ass. It almost has the feel of like somebody told him, like he was rehearsing it to somebody, and they told him, you gotta really emote during that part. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. You know, come on. Okay, so on and on, you got all these morons, these idiots saying the stupidest things you've ever heard. Bop, 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 bop. Then somebody comes in and ups the ante on the whole thing. And this is the Prime Minister of Hungary. His name's Viktor Orban, and he basically says, he looks at the camera, he looks at all the other speakers at this thing, and he's like, you call that goose stepping? This is how you goose step.
Let me quote a few sentences from our Hungarian fundamental law.
Okay.
Hungary shall protect the institution of marriage as the union of one man and one woman.
The mother is a woman, the father is a man, and leave our kids alone. Full stop, end of discussion. We had to build not just a physical wall on our borders and the financial wall around our families, but a legal wall around our children to protect them from the gender ideology that targets them.
So there we go, Vic Orban, the Prime Minister of Hungary, doing a lot of goose stepping, doing a lot of this, who just a couple days before doing this speech, he was doing some other speech where he said that he doesn't want race mixing to happen in Europe. So in other words, CPAC loved him. They were doing this. Okay, so all that goose stepping is a little, it's a little stressful, but to really, kind of lighten the mood and get the party started, check out this jam. Check out this interstitial jam that they played at this thing. Listen to this. Hey!
Toilets. I'm calling bluff. Arun Brown.
Oh!
What a pervert.
Okay, so then they go on to have the two doctors that this guy, where is he?
Generally speaking, Chinese people look Chinese.
That is, I'm coming around to that. I think that actually might have some. So then they have the two anti-vax doctors that Joe Rogan had on his thing. Then they have the best motherfucker on the whole man.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Mississippi, Governor Tate Reeves.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh! Party toilets. At gunpoint.
Pendejo.
That's really weird.
Wow.
Weird.
Good morning. Good morning. When I think of CPAC, I think of conservative and I think of action. And I'm going to talk about both of those this morning. But before I start, I'd like to ask you a question. Now, in today's age, this is really, really controversial.
Uh-oh.
It's a question that makes Democrats cringe when they're asked it. It's so controversial that I wouldn't be surprised if they start invoking the privilege and label me anything but a Christian for even asking it. Now,
That question is, what is a woman? What is a human? I got one question for you. What is a woman? A human.
I'm also going to ask you, please don't put this on social media because I don't want the left's keyboard warriors to come out of their parents' basements and attack y'all, okay?
Oh!
Y'all ready for the question?
What?
Are you proud to be an American?
Oh!
Now, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that?
Okay, so keep in mind, there's lots of beautiful, nice people in Mississippi, of course. I have friends who live in Mississippi, so on, okay? But in general, in terms of like statistics and civic life, whatever in Mississippi, education, health outcomes, all that stuff, Mississippi is an open air shit stain. In all those rankings that you see for Mississippi, it's like, hey, we might be the worst for education and the worst for health outcomes, but we are the highest for COVID deaths. So when this guy sexily walked on stage, I was like, what in God's name is this guy going to talk about?
In our state, we were one of the first states to say, we're going to let boys play boy sports and we're going to let girls play girl sports.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Matter of fact, at the school dance, if you're a boy, you're going to that dance with another boy.
We don't like all this gender mixing.
In Mississippi, we're really focused on what gender of people are playing what high school sports
because we got nothing else going on.
Now, they've said for years that Mississippi is 50th in this and 50th in that.
Well, yeah. They do say that. You might just want to leave that part out.
Now, they say Mississippi's the worst for everything, and they're right, but,
My background is in economics and finance, and I'm kind of a numbers guy.
Hell yeah.
So let me give you a few numbers.
Okay.
Over the last 10 years, in fact, for 3 consecutive years in a row, Mississippi is number 1 in the nation for improvements in 4th grade reading results.
Okay. That's great. It really sounds like he was going through stuff and he's like, there's gotta be a positive statistic in here somewhere.
Well, half our population died from COVID.
They're like, a bunch of 4th graders learned to read this year.
Okay, put it in the speech.
Poor Mississippi. But Mississippi, they should all be communists, really. If you think about it for more than a minute. They should all be like,
wait, you need to help us.
Well, there we go, guys.
Just a little dip into the absolute madness and sanity of this crap where people do this.
When I look at this news, I start having an anxiety attack.
And then you go like this. So happy Monday, guys. We hate it. We don't like it. Makes us sick. But I love you. Hope you're having a good time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Pendejo.
Toilets.
Left nut.
Hey guys, you're only getting a fraction of the weekly shows. If you want a new motherfucking episode every day, subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. You get the patron-only Tuesday and Thursday shows, the Bookablega show where we look at important books, and the goddamn weekly behind-the-scenes show. And for only 25 bones, you could become a producer and get your name up here. Look at these people. These people make this show possible. If it wasn't for them, nothing. We don't have a show. We got nothing, and it's garbage. And we have to just leave. We have to just basically walk away, and we don't even really know where we're walking. That's the truly troubling part about all this. But please, become a patron today. For as little as 2 bones, or 5 bones is another level, or 10, or you go the full 25 and you get up here. Big special thanks to these people. Love you guys. Love you guys so much.